So. There have been some new Warriors news as Kevon Looney is expected to be cut from the Warriors before, obviously, what is it, July 1st, which is when the new CBA comes and when free agency starts, right? Um, yeah. Loondog, one of the, I don't want to say cool favorites, right? But one of the fun favorites. As I mean, this article said, why the fuck did I think of a cult, man? Uh, oh, brother. Anyway, sometimes NBA, I mean, fandom sometimes feels cultish, let's just be honest, right? Especially when you see someone like Taylor Swift or Kanye West, which is kind of hilarious, but that's for another video on a different channel or a fucking essay. I don't know. But Kevon Looney, one of the long-time fan favorites with some of the best moments, right? First coming in as this next KD with injury issues, right? Hitting jumpers and everything, being like a KD. Then, obviously, because of injuries, making himself a completely different player, being one of the best switch bigs in the league, right? Being able to contain the drive, especially against James Harden, right? In those Rockets series. And he was able to stay in front of guards and force them into tougher shots and not give them easy layups, easy blow-bys. To then getting his chest caved in by Kawhi Leonard, right? Still one of my favorite, playoff runs with Loon there. Just sticking it out there, even though he clearly wasn't right. And then he became a insane rebounder, right? And with that, obviously, some great scoring. He always had patience, good finishing around the rim, good patience. And now he simply, it feels like, lost the juice, right? Even though toward the end of the year he looked better because he obviously did the Iron Man role where he didn't miss like 2 straight seasons, didn't miss a game for 2 straight seasons. And it was maybe too determined because he clearly this year didn't have any juice left in him, or he clearly just, um, well, wasn't wasn't himself. I don't know what it is. Maybe the body is betraying him, right? We don't know for sure. We'll see this year when he probably goes to. There have been rumors about Denver. There have been rumors about San Antonio. He is certainly a player that you would want as a championship. Obviously, one of the bigger pieces, bigger role players in this championship era for the Warriors, and he'll bring great experience, really good leadership from what we've heard to any other franchise, right? But why is he expected to be gone? I'm sure this article goes into it that I have opened up that you're not even seeing because there will probably be Loon clips and Loon photos instead of that. But the thing is that the new CBA is heading, obviously, starting this July, like I said in the start of the video. And I dabbled into it before, but I finally brought myself to read it. Shout out anxiety. um, and shout out my mental capacity. Anyway, that's also for another video. Anyway, that is the second apron, which is when you are 17.5 million above the luxury tax level, and obviously that grows every year and everything like that. But when you're in this second apron, which is obviously above the luxury tax above $17.5 million. The penalties for that when you do that in consecutive years are really bad. You cannot aggregate player salaries together in a trade, which you will not be able to send out your own player in a sign and trade to acquire another team's player, and cannot send cash in a deal, which is kind of crazy. You can have, you can trade your first round pick 7 years, 7 years out. It's a frozen pick if you're in the second apron as of the last day of the regular season, which is starting with obviously the 2024-2025 cap, which means at the end of this season we have to be under it if we don't want a frozen pick. And if you're above the second apron in 2 of the ensuing 4 years, the pick will be moved to the end of the first round in that year, which is intriguing. It's crazy with this frozen pick, right? And obviously, you can unfreeze it if you're below or equal to the second apron threshold in at least 3 of the next 4 years after it went over. and then you'll be able to trade it again, uh, which is crazy. Uh, this article is for free. I'll link it in the description if anybody wants to get into this CBA stuff. Um, but it's crazy, right? But the Warriors obviously have been above the luxury tax for a better part of this. Uh, I don't know, maybe every year, right? Since besides the Steph injury year, I guess, uh, the Warriors have been over the luxury tax. I guess every year, honestly, right? I don't know if we would be in the second apron every year, but certainly would have been there a few years. And it obviously limits your trading. Trading, you can't also give out the mid-level salary exception, which obviously means you can make your team that much better. And the picks freezing obviously is tough, and you can sign and trade. Uh, it limits you fairly well, and obviously that's not something Joe Lacob wants to do, and you just have to do it, right? Clay probably gone if we're keeping it a buck, right? Because well, um, he'll command some money on the open market without a doubt, and the Warriors probably um, won't be able to pay him. Yeah, that will obviously not be money to pay him. Chris Paul feels expected to be gone. Wiggins also, right? So it's just it's gonna be such a fascinating offseason. And I'm scared. I'm really scared what the hell we'll do. Draymond, obviously, with his podcast, she talked about the pool stuff, which, if you want to get into that, go look it up. I don't want to talk about it because Draymond makes me feel secondhand embarrassment, and I don't know the guy. And it just feels awkward as hell bringing it up now and everything. Draymond just lacks self awareness sometimes, it feels like. Or maybe he's too self aware and doesn't want to bother. I don't know, but Draymond just be on some different shit. Um, anyway, the thing is, uh, Draymond said that there is still a little small window to win. And last year he said, "Yeah, we're gonna win for Chris Paul. We're gonna win again, right?" He always sounded so confident, and now, yeah, I believe there is still a small window, which is somewhat confident still. But shit, is it? Is there a small window still? Is there a small window still? I don't know, Doc. I don't know, Doc. I genuinely don't know. Because Clay leaving, Chris Paul leaving, Wiggins traded. I guess if Steph is on his best behavior, right? If Kuminga takes a step, if Draymond is, open to us signing a center, uh, I guess there is a chance with this team if Steve Kerr said that they need to adjust more, so they'll be obviously more motivated. There seems to be a lot of changes, so there is a chance this Warriors team could pull off a year, one more title run. I don't know if next year. I genuinely don't know with all this salary cap stuff, right? Or the year after, but those feels like the last 2 years that will have a chance with this score at least, unless Kuminga becomes a LeBron, right, or something like that, which seems highly unlikely. But um, shit, why not dream, right? Dreaming is free. That's why we have to do it. Shout out to that fucking. Okay, I'm not gonna shout out. Whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to quickly talk about this because um, I love Loon, right? I genuinely, one of my favorite players ever in this way, right? Because I mean, it's obvious why these players are gonna be some of my favorite players ever because that's where I started watching basketball. And Loon Dog was, you know, uh, just a glue guy doing everything was asked of him, changing his game. Like he's the perfect teammate. He's the perfect, uh, in a way, role model to adjust. Even though obviously it's easier to adjust playing on millions and playing on a winning team rather than when you're on a losing team or when you're losing in real life, if I were to compare it like that, right? Because basketball first and foremost was an escape for me first, right? It was an escape from real life in a way. It made me feel a part of something bigger, which sometimes that's what sports are about. That's what obviously a lot of things are about at the end of the day for a lot of people. And it's just sad to see that Loon Dog will probably gone. And it's all because they agreed upon this fucking bullshit CBA that limits the team that want to win at the end of the day in a way, which I guess is needed. But shit, CJ McCollum, I guess. Anyway, link in the description um, for this uh, for these for this article. I'll read more into it. I'll read even more into it in the meantime, if I can gain any more knowledge. I've read through it like 2 times, and I'm still kinda not lost. I wouldn't say lost, but I'm a little all over the place with it. Um, but yeah, what is it? Game 3 tonight for the finals, right? So I'll be here to cover that tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens throughout. Obviously, the finals, if we can get extended series, gentleman sweep or a sweep, and we'll head into the free agency when I'll be covering every Warriors move as much as possible. And if you're obviously a Warriors fan, you'll want to see it. If you're not, please stick around. I'll be talking about other teams also, very likely. And we'll do some fun stuff in the offseason, hopefully. If you want to watch me game and beat my anxiety, uh, quote unquote, obviously, with a little bit of satire, I'm playing God of War on my second channel. I'll leave a link in the description. And um, there will be more games hopefully coming soon, even though I'm gonna start work soon. But we'll see what happens, man. We're just riding the riding the wave of life right now, and I think I'm doing much better job of it than I previously realized. Thank you all for listening to my rambles. Thank you all for watching, and tomorrow I'll be here with Game 3. Yes, sir. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. Love yourselves. Bye.